Throughout her career, Rihanna has reinvented herself more than once, and she doesn't seem to be afraid of change. Since the star's humble beginnings as a Barbados native, her image has really evolved. Recently, there also has been talk about Rihanna's weight gain. Considering she's 31 at the time of this recording and started out in Hollywood as a teen, it's not really surprising that her body would change. But we'll talk more about this later. Rihanna is definitely a woman of many talents. With her brand Fenty offering makeup, apparel, and even lingerie now, the star certainly isn't lacking in the success department. She's also had her share of ups and downs though, including her seemingly toxic relationship with Chris Brown in the past. These days it seems Rihanna has put all of that behind her, and although we could probably go on, this video is going to focus just on her look and image and how she's transformed before and after. We're going to talk about Rihanna's look, her body, and how she's changed over the years. I've done other celebrity transformation videos on the likes of Ariana Grande and Kendall Jenner, and we'll have links to those at the end of this video. If there's anyone else you want me to document, let me know in the comments down below. Now let's get into this video. Starting with Rihanna's face, aside from the usual maturing, her face doesn't seem to have changed all that much. But like most celebs, there have been rumors that she has gotten work done, such as a nose job, breast implants, and more. I never really thought about Rihanna getting plastic surgery until I had a closer look. Even though her nose really looks natural to her face, it does look a bit different than when she was a teen. Before, Rihanna's nose looked wider and flatter than it does today. Although changes are subtle, looking at recent photos, Rihanna's nose looks like it's shifted slightly more upwards, and it's not as wide. These changes seem to be visible after 2013, so it's likely she got a nose job around that time. Rihanna's nose is apparently loved by many as well, considering it started a plastic surgery trend. Dr. Melissa Doft, a plastic surgeon from New York, has said that there are a bunch of celebrity noses that patients request for themselves, and Rihanna's is one of them. She told Pop Sugar, "Rihanna's nose definitely gets commented on. They like the symmetry, the little upturn, and the fact that it's straight. It doesn't project too far from their face." Comparing photos of Rihanna over the years, I wouldn't assume she's had anything else done. Her face looks smooth and wrinkle-free, so there's always the possibility of Botox or fillers, considering she's in her 30s now. But she could also just simply have good skin. Either way, Rihanna still manages to look natural and flawless. Moving on to Rihanna's body. For the past little while, the star has been getting quite a bit of attention for her recent weight gain. It's not like the curves don't suit her, but it isn't the same Rihanna we were all used to. Over the past couple of years, Rihanna has been getting thicker, but she doesn't seem to care. Although there were plenty of haters and body shamers calling her fat, she always remained confident in her own skin. Rihanna has even said that she considers it a pleasure to have a fluctuating body type. I wish we could all think like that. The Rihanna we were familiar with for many years was known for having a flat tummy and always looking toned. When she was just a teen, she looked tiny and fit. Although you could tell she always had natural curves, her size did change a little bit from time to time, but nothing drastic. There were definitely times when Rihanna looked a lot smaller too, but she still looked healthy in my opinion. Rihanna slowly developed her curves more, but she still looked great in a bikini. It was in 2017 where she started noticeably gaining weight. In 2018, after a Grammy performance, a lot of people started accusing Rihanna of being pregnant and basically bashing her. If they weren't calling her pregnant, there were plenty calling her fat as well. It really doesn't matter what internet trolls think, and at the end of the day, Rihanna hasn't let it affect her. Sure, these days she might not be as tiny as before, and she may have more curves, but she still seems to be rocking it. The star has even said that if you want a butt, then you have a gut. With Rihanna's lingerie line Fenty and Savage that recently came onto the market, one of her goals was simply to make women feel sexy and confident as they are. The lingerie is made for women of every body type. For the release of her line, Rihanna spoke to Vogue and said, "You've just gotta laugh at yourself, honestly. I mean, I know when I'm having a fat day and when I've lost weight. I accept all of the bodies. I'm not built like a Victoria's Secret girl, and I still feel very beautiful and confident in my lingerie." As I've mentioned, there have also been rumors that Rihanna may have gotten breast implants. However, looking at pictures, I don't understand why people would even speculate that. It's fairly easy to see that her boobs are natural, since they seem to change size with her weight. They definitely are looking fuller these days, but it's likely just from her gaining some weight. Looking at all of Rihanna's looks through the years, it's clear that she isn't afraid of change. The star has certainly embraced a ton of different hair colors and styles, some short and some long. In the early days, Rihanna's hair was pretty simple, long brunette style with some highlights and bangs. And a year later, she made it a solid color, which I preferred. She then rocked a short bob, cutting it even shorter the next year. Seems to me she made all of these look good, and the short styles made her look more mature. The next significant Rihanna look, which I personally loved, was the red hair. This came around 2011. It definitely stood out, but it suited her and it looked super hot. Since then, Rihanna tried out plenty of hairstyles, including blonde, back to a light brown, partly shaven styles, and more. She's had the black or dark hair pretty often, which I think suits her at any length. These days, Rihanna's hair seems to be a natural looking black, but she still seems to be doing some interesting styles with it. With Rihanna's makeup, I mean, she has her own makeup line, so it's no surprise she knows what looks good on her. I think she can pull off a ton of different styles, and she even looks amazing natural. One of my favorite Rihanna looks, though, definitely has to be red lips. Rihanna has been popular for over a decade, so it's no surprise people always have something to say in terms of her appearance. Unfortunately, some have been extra critical about her recent weight gain. The way that Rihanna has dealt with negativity surrounding her weight up to this point definitely sets good messages for body confidence, though. The star has clearly displayed that she's happy with the way that she looks and could care less what fat shamers say. With an impressive music career so far and her own successful brand, Rihanna is definitely an icon. I think in the years to come we'll only see more of her transformation and whatever bold changes to her look she decides to embrace. Alright guys and girls, that wraps up this video here on before and after.